So good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning and welcome, everybody. Let's do the audio check. If you can hear me, please let me know you're hearing me. Audio check, real quick. Audio check, real quick. Audio check, real quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Richmond, Texas. God bless you. All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Okay, thank you very much for that. Good sound. All right, clean, clear. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me start like this real quick before we go into the main topic of today. I'm going to be a little gentle. I will be gentle. I'm going to be gentle today. I will be gentle. All right. The first thing I want to quickly just bring out to us is that we need to be very careful. We need to be. I noticed I made a video today and it seems like you guys didn't get to check it, probably because it's not talking about marriage, not addressing issues about marriage. It's about our children. About our children. A young boy jumped off a 16-story building yesterday. A young man, he jumped off the 16-story building yesterday. And this is a big concern right here that every one of us should be concerned about this. Um, these kids are going through a lot. These kids are going through a lot. They're going through so much. They're going through so much. Going through so much. Telling you. Uh, if you want to support the ministry, let me give you Zelle. The Zelle information is right here. Just wait. Let me just put this out there. So if anybody is willing, you want to support the ministry, uh, you see the Zelle information there on the screen. Business talk with K is right there. You can support the ministry through Zelle. So a young man jumped off a 16-story building yesterday, and he died. And that's why I'm saying, the video. I mentioned that we parents we must be intentional about the life of our kids. It's time for us to start checking with them. We need to start checking with them what they're going through, what they're passing through, what's bothering them. And I said, number one sign is when you see people talking about wanting to die, wanting to die, wanting to die, wanting to die. It's time for you. It's time for you to be concerned. Number two, if they feel guilt and then they are ashamed of something. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Business Talk with K. All right. And then when they are being burdened or probably become a burden to others, they feel like they're a burden to another person. That's the time for you to speak out and say something. When they start feeling hopelessness, empty, hopeless and empty, trapped, they want to come out of that. And that's why they want to kill themselves. So many other things right there. And I'm going to be giving us, I'm going to make a video about it later. All right. So today, marriage is on fire. Nigerian marriage or Nigeria marriage. I don't even know how to put that in English. Is on fire. It's on fire. And I don't know. We have to do something real quick, or else it's going to continue to be like this and become very terrible later down the road. And I just pity our children that are coming after us, how they are going to be able to cope, how they will be able to cope with all of this stuff. I don't know. It's going to be a little terrible. Thank you very much for the support. God bless you. It's gonna be terrible. Okay. Now, the question I want to ask is this, and I don't know, probably anybody will be willing to call in. If anybody's willing to call in, I will pick your call from here. Let me see if this stuff is still got some juice. Okay. All right. So if anybody is willing to call in, let's discuss this. I want us to discuss it. All right. I will put the telephone number on the screen for you guys to call. You can call with WhatsApp. You can call with WhatsApp, or you can call directly. All right. Um, let me put the information on the screen here. Uh, what's happening? Oh, this stuff is not showing. No. Okay, right there. Okay. So the telephone number is on the screen. I want us to talk about it. Should we or should men be allowed to marry many wives? Should men be allowed to marry many wives? We need to know. I want us to talk about it. Okay. The telephone number is right there on the screen for those who would love to call in. And I'll pick it up from here. I want to know exactly what you feel. Because when we look at what is going on right now, when we look at what is going on right now, you will see that men, they are hiding to raise children. They're raising children with other people. Raising children with other people. Oh, it's missing one. Sorry, it's plus 1 4 +1 4 0 5 5 0 5 1 3 5. Sorry about that. Okay, I think you got the right one now. Men are hiding. They are hiding, and some of them are raising children outside of their matrimonial homes, probably in Nigeria, maybe here in the US, maybe somewhere in the UK, and all that kind of stuff. So, and they travel all around the place. They sneak around all around the place, to be able to be part of the life of the woman that they are hiding. And you will see that these women too, they have accepted it. And, they're dating married men, and they have accepted, they're happy about it. They believe that all I need is love. And if I can't find my own husband, let me manage with another person's husband. So sharing is love. They just believe sharing is love. Why, can't we do it? Just to share somebody, just to share somebody with another person. Men are happy about it. Men want it. They want to have multiple sex partners. They want to have many other, women around them. So how do we deal with this issue? What we're teaching at the church will be shouting this, the church is shouting that, but it seems like it's not getting into the mind of people. So how do we work this out? Should we just, I don't know, should we just change it and say, well, men, why don't you guys just marry multiple wives so that you won't be putting your lives in danger? Or is it right, or is it going to be easy for men to appreciate what they have and leave the others out? The other ones that are outside, those ones are super desperate right now, if I may say that. The ones that are outside, I'm talking about some single ladies or single mothers out there. They are super desperate right now. They don't care. They don't care. And you will know that you know that I'm telling you the truth. They do not care. The moment a woman is telling you, "Oh, winter is coming," winter is coming, you will see that that kind of person is desperate. They're ready to take anything that comes their way. All right. So, what do you think? I'm expecting people to call in. What do you think we should do? What's the problem? What exactly is the problem here? What exactly is the problem here? All right. Why are women desperate? Why are men desperate? You know, the teaching at the church is not making impact. We're just talking at the church, we're shouting in church, and you know, it's not penetrating people. People just want to live the kind of life they want to live. All right. You look at the story we've been reading all day today, all the stories on my wall. Okay. So how do we work it? I'm expecting people to call in. I can't do this by myself. I can't do this by myself. You know? All right. Let me pick this person from Canada here. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Can you turn your computer off? We're hearing the sound at the background.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So, can you ask the question and I'll respond?
You said what?
Can you ask the question, then I'll respond? I know you were talking about marriages.
So you didn't get the question, you just called me.
I did get the question.
Yeah, go ahead and respond to the question.
I guess from what you said about single women out there ruining marriages, I believe that it's true because I'll speak for my marriage, for example. I was married for 10 years and we had 3 children. And he was having an affair, and it was kind of like, okay, you forgive, blah, blah, blah. But it got to a point where the woman started calling me and harassing me and giving me explicit details that she was sleeping with my husband and all of that. So I thought the relationship ended, but after 10 years, then I got married really young. I live in the US. I got married at 24 and had 3 children. At 31, I was like, you know what? Because it's just better to leave. So yes, you're right. There are women out there that are targeting a lot of married men. They don't care. And up till now, yes, he's never married a girl 5 years, 6 years after divorce. He wants to come back. Then I put my life together. It's like, how do you even trust going back to such situations?
Do you think we should allow men to marry multiple wives?
To be honest, if I was living in Nigeria, I think it's better for men. If you ask men and they want to be honest, I think men would say yes because it reduces a lot of lying, cheating, and all that. And I grew up in Nigeria. I came here when I was 19. I have a lot of friends that they grew up in like polygamous homes. They have stepsisters, and it worked for them. You see their wives, they get along.
So you think if I'm allowed to marry multiple wives, that's actually going to end my cheating habit?
I think if there's an understanding, yes. I think there's a lot of women that are open to it, and I think a lot of women don't want to talk about it.
I need you to repeat that. Please repeat that. I want it to be very loud. I want them to hear it.
There are a lot of women that are open to being second wives.
Are you hearing? This is a woman talking here. You know, that there are some of you guys that are open to a polygamous setting. Okay, go ahead.
Conditions. The condition is that the man has to be financially wealthy to a point.
Financially wealthy.
Yeah, he has to be able to provide at equal capacity.
Okay.
And I think when women come into those situations, they become best friends with their co-wives. So yes, a lot of women are open to it. It's just that people are not having those conversations yet.
They're hiding. They are afraid of actually coming out.
So they're sleeping with married men on the side and hoping that some of them even believe that even if the man does not leave their wife, as long as you settle them in a different country and take care of their children, they're okay. So it's kind of the same thing, but done in secret.
Done in secret. And these people still go to church, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These people are in the church, yes, which is funny.
See?
But people don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to.
And the pastors are doing it, unfortunately.
Wow.
People are. The cheating thing is very.
It's universal, right?
Out of our control right now.
It's everywhere.
So it's more like, are you gonna just protect yourself if you decide to stay with your husband that is cheating? I had a cousin that died 20 years ago from HIV. She got married as a virgin.
Wow.
And she lived with us in the house, so we grew up together. She was helping us. She got married, moved to Abuja. Her husband was living in Abuja, and she got HIV. 7 years later, she died. in a marriage. 2 years later after her, he died. And the kids, as I'm talking now, should be 24, 25.
Wow.
So there are consequences to these things, but that's why it's better if you just bring the person to the house. Hey, this is a co-wife, it's better. It's better.
Let me put you on the spot real quick. If your husband, let's just say you are married, right, and your husband should bring a woman home and say, well, sweetheart, this is the new wife, and she's going to be moving in, or probably I'm going to get her an apartment, and then she start having baby. How will you react to that?
I think for me as a person, I'm monogamous. I believe that one woman, one man, personally. Okay. That's one of the reasons why I can't really endure adultery. Okay. People think that it's a flaw on my end, but it's like I don't cheat. I can't cheat on someone I'm in a relationship. So I hold that person, yes, to the same standard. Okay. But I guess that people are open-minded. If a woman will sleep with a married man, trust me, she's open to being a second wife. She's open to be a second wife. I had a guy that was talking to me recently. Like, we work together. He's my very good friend. He's married. I'm Igbo. He's a Yoruba guy. Yeah. And every time he will call me and be like, hey, can I say, I was like, you're married. I always tell him, you're married. He's like, just have one child for me now. I'll take care of it. I said, I'm married. I don't live that life. So imagine him, and he has a lot of money. So imagine him selling this idea to a girl that is hungry or is desperate. This is a deal. And he's like, oh, just have me one son. I've already have 3 kids. I can't. It's not that deep. Yeah. So there are men that are selling these things out there to women. Yeah. And there are women that are going with it. Going with it. Wow. All right. Thank you very much for calling on the show. Let's pick another call. All right. Thank you, sir. Hello. 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 Yes, hello, ma. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Dr. Shah. Hello, ma. Good morning. Good evening, sir. All right. You want to contribute? Yeah, I want to contribute to what you are discussing about. Go ahead. And can you speak a little louder? Okay, can you hear me, sir? Very well, yeah. Okay, sir. In my own contribution, even if a man married another woman, it doesn't stop the jail. It doesn't stop the man from cheating. The man will still continue to doing the same thing at the right time. Okay. Like me, I am a divorcee. I've been divorced for like 10 years now. Okay. And my husband has to call me, babe, it's finished between us. I got a new girl I want to marry. Yeah. And I have to, wow, is it just like that? Love has finished. And sometimes it doesn't even stop. The man keeps continue going from one bed to the other. Yeah. It doesn't stop, most especially our Yoruba men. Yeah. I'm sorry to say that. Most especially the Yoruba men, they are good in those places like that. It doesn't stop the man from cheating. I personally, I will not accept another woman into my home. I don't know about any other person. Yeah. I personally, and even sometimes, even church, they are failing us. Church are failing us. They are the ones that will join you together in marriage. And when the man or the woman bring another woman to the church, you will accept it. Yeah, we're looking for congregation now. They will accept it, and which is not meant to be done. Those are the things that shake our faith in God. If you are not strong in God, you cannot. You cannot. Like my ex-husband, you refused to give me a divorce letter. Okay. He did not give me the divorce letter, and he's enjoying his life with it. Then it's not your ex-husband. You are still married. You guys are still married. You still have the legal document binding the two of you together. Also, under the Nigerian law, if you don't stay together for like 5 years, you are not legally married. Okay, that's good. That's good. In abroad with the paperwork, if you don't turn out the papers down, you are legally married. Yeah. Until you provide the paperwork. Yes, you're very right. Yes. You're very right. Yes. All right. And even my kids doesn't know their dad. They don't? Yeah, they don't.
All right, madam. Thank you very much for calling. Let's pick this call. Bless you, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Shaban.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, please, I want to be part of the program. That's why I called in.
Go ahead.
As regards allowing our men to get married to another woman,
Yes.
I listen to your program a lot. I'm a
Yeah.
Muslim. I
Okay.
don't know if it is meant for Christians alone.
No, it's not. It's made for everybody. That's why I don't carry myself as a pastor. I am just here just talking generally. Yeah.
All right, sir. To start with, in Islam, it is permissible for a man to get married to more than one wife, if only you can be just and fair in your dealings with them.
Okay.
Is that possible?
No, it's not. It's not possible.
Which is not possible.
Yeah.
Then number two, the reason why these men have a child or children with another women out there is because of the woman they have at home.
Yeah.
Some women are not clean, number one.
Okay.
Then number two, some of these women, when it comes to sexual aspect of marriage, they're not really good, of which even their husband is trying to let them know or teach them. They don't want to learn. Some have low libido. Some don't know how to take care of men. No hygiene. Those are the things that entail when it comes to marriage, the reason why some men look out there. Then number two, some women are not submissive to their husband. I'm not saying you should be a slave under your husband, but have mutual relationship. There are some women out there, they can't even hold the light when their husband is making love to them. They don't want their husband to see their past. When you are not open to your husband, you're not free with him. He will look out. He will look elsewhere. So those are my reasons. Like, if he's a man, it should be an agreement, because in Islam.
So
in Islam,
your agreement right now is for us to encourage men to marry as many as possible.
I'm not saying that. It should be an agreement between husband and wife
to marry more wives.
Yes. In Islam, the husband has to seek the permission of the wife before he gets another woman.
Okay.
Yes. And the reason behind it, probably the woman is not good sexually or she's getting tired of it. The reason, not because of that. And, some women, look at our widows. Some of them don't get married again because of the fear of who will marry me.
Can I ask you a question, madam?
Yes, sir.
Whose responsibility is it to teach your partner what you want in relationship and how you want it done?
Both of us like to. We should learn to agree to our partners.
Very good. Very good.
What's going wrong or where we are lacking.
Very good. Whose responsibility is it to choose a partner?
Both of us. I know what I want in my mind.
Ma, it is the responsibility of a man to choose you, and you have the responsibility to agree or not to agree.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly.
So the moment a man is coming to you to choose you and say, I want to marry you, that person must have checked your life, asked the right questions, know that this is the kind of person for me. This is the person that will compliment me before asking for your hand in marriage. And before you accept it, you have to dig into it also and know that this is the man for my life before I say, yes, I do. All right. Now, you will agree with me that when you get into the house, the man is the head of the home.
Head of the home in Nigerian terms, there's no head of the home anywhere. When it comes to finances, some men are irresponsible.
It doesn't really matter if the man is rich or not, if he's making money or not. Or it's just an automatic thing that the moment you have a family, the man has been picked to be the head of the home, is the leader.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the responsibility of a leader in the home?
Yeah, take care of your children, take care of your wife, be responsible financially, emotionally, today.
Okay, your role as a leader is to lead. That's your role as a leader in the home. You are meant to lead, and leadership actually goes in multiple ways. So when you are in the home as a leader, you're supposed to mentor your wife.
Yes.
Okay, mentor your wife. You just said something that some women are not clean. I believe if I found out my wife is not clean, my job and my responsibility as a man is to help her out to get to where I want her to be. That's not enough reason for me to now look outside to go and find another woman outside.
No.
Okay, that's number one. If my wife is not good in bed, I think my responsibility is to now mentor my wife to do the way I want it to do. Raise up your leg, open your this, you shoot your bum to the back, do this. That's my job, to mentor my wife through it. And my wife should let me know how she wants it also. You agree with me, right?
I agree with you, but I said it earlier. Some women are not ready to take the correction too.
Now, we need to now dig into why are they not ready to be corrected. Yes. Is it because they are broken? Is it because they are sad? Is it because the man has done something before? Is it because they are mentally challenged? Is it because they are working too hard? Is it because the man is not helping? Is it because they have been raped when they were young? Before we now say we're jumping out of a marriage to go and find a new partner, we're supposed to sit down and evaluate this and break this down. And then when we break it down, my responsibility as the man is to now help my wife to seek for help, to be able to get to where it's supposed to be. I don't just abandon my home and say, okay, because you are not good, let me just go out. Because you are not willing to learn, let me just go out. Then it's going to come back and bite you eventually, because the woman you're going outside to meet is just exactly like your wife. Every woman is open at the beginning of every relationship to do anything. The moment they get into the house, then they become so, I don't know, they just keep quiet and then they do what they like. So the issue with this is for us not to make men feel like, oh, you have done your best, you can go outside. We should encourage them to do more. Do more for your family. Do more for your family. Thank you, madam, for calling. Let me pick this other call. Hello? Can you turn your computer off? We're hearing the sound at the background.
Sorry about that, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this sensitive topic this morning.
Yeah.
I saw the post about the young teen that committed suicide, and I think at this very point, it's a conversation there.
Yeah.
As the people, we need to really, sit on top of that conversation.
Yes, sir.
One, I think to start with, somebody raised a question in the chat, which is a very key question.
Yeah.
And the question is, are we running out of men, or what? Or what is going on?
Yeah.
My opinion is, so if you want to solve a problem, you need to go to the root cause of that problem.
Okay.
And in my opinion, I believe one of the root cause of this problem, which is not even, in my opinion again, it's not the main problem. Because when we solve the root cause of the problem, we solve all the ancillary problems that are attached to it.
Yeah.
And like I said, in my opinion, one of the root causes of why we are where we are right now is because we are losing our values, our standard, the essence of our humanity.
Yeah.
Like when we buy a new computer or a new phone, it comes with a default setting.
Yeah.
And everybody does have their default setting.
Yeah.
And those default settings, at a point in time, would need to be upgraded. Maybe when it's open to vulnerability, like you make mistake, you checks and balances yourself, and you make changes, inform changes to be better.
Yeah.
And you touched on a very key point about leadership, and I think it's one major issue with the problem with our system as a people, because and that key issue is about leadership, letting the man be the leader, and those who recognizes that this is my default role as the head of this clan. I need to set a standard. We need to have values. We need to have principles that we want to live life by. And again, one of the things you said, which is very important, is being able to bring your partner, your wife, into that setting and sit down and say, okay, wife, this is the direction I believe we should go as a unit. And you listen to her own opinion. And you both agree. You respect her own side of the conversation.
Very correct.
And as a man, you now decide and make the informed decision, because the moment you begin to make those decisions, the responsibility lies on you. And that goes back to one of our major default settings, like the churches, the indoctrination. And unfortunately, I'm from a very good Christian home. I'm a pastor's child. So I have a little understanding. I will not say I have an understanding of what indoctrination has done to the mind of our people. And this is not something that just started yesterday. This has been on for years, for thousands of years, more than that. And for us to begin to make correction around those mindsets, it starts from the home state, from the individuals. And like the question the person asked, I think it's a woman, are we running out of men? And I don't think we are. I think we are running out of understanding what is our real essence of being. And that will be my contribution. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Really appreciate that. You see, it's not like we're running out of men. It's just that, let me pick this cause. This person's been calling. Hello? Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
So I just wanted to contribute a little bit to the topic of conversation this evening.
Go ahead.
Just to echo everything the last caller just said, and just to add a little bit to it, I think communication is really, really important. It's key. And lack of it is the major cause of, the issues and the challenges we face today, not just in marriages between parents and their kids. You've always said something as couples. You should have, I can't remember what you call it now. Is it an upper room or the other room?
The secret room.
Where you go to.
The secret place, Yes.
So you don't have to wait until there are challenges or issues before you make time to communicate. And there shouldn't be any area that is taboo that you can't, or any subject that is taboo that you can't talk about. I think in our culture or in our community, we are quite rigid to some topic of conversations. We can't talk about, sexuality. We can't talk about intimacy. We can't talk about romance. And that's, on both sides, man and woman. Because you rightly said, a woman should be able to share her, fantasies, intimate fantasies with her husband. And the husband should be able to say, woman, this is how I like it. This is how I want you to be, without, any issues with that. Once you start to have conversations and communication before issues start to arise, then when issues start to arise, you have a tool already to tackle whatever the challenges are. And also another thing is, we still, in our community, we still find it really, really difficult to embrace counseling, to embrace, going out to seek knowledge from, people who either have the experience or the influence or whatever. We still find it really difficult to seek knowledge in that area. And I don't know why that is the case, especially for those of us who are abroad, where in this, in this world where, that it's supposed to be free, people are supposed to seek knowledge. But we still find it difficult to come out and express how we truly feel. We can educate ourselves. There are loads of courses online that people can take to help themselves at home, with their families and their children, but we still find it difficult to do. And I wish there is a lot that the church can do, like you do. You educate, you're practical, about the things that you talk about. And I just wish that most of our churches would, toe the line and just identify the challenges or the issues that we have.
The church, sorry, madam, is it the church, or let me say pastors, they are how they are right now because of you church members. You church members, you are the one who normally dictates how pastors will pastor you. Yes, majority of you guys will not go to a church where they don't kill enemies. If they are not killing enemy in a church, you think the pastor doesn't have, this man no get anointing. So you walk away. And that guy is not interested in losing church members, so he will change his message. Instead of educating you, it will just help you to be killing invisible enemies that will never die. Okay? So when you find a pastor who is teaching like me, you call me a motivational speaker. You don't call me pastor. They don't call me pastor. They call me, oh, he's a motivational speaker. But the people they call pastors are the people that ask them to bring water, bring anointing oil, bring all this stuff. So those pastors, they realized the only way for us to keep the church going and members coming and tithe being paid is by us helping them. It's more of emotional Christianity. Let's make them cry. Let's put their problem to them and say God is going to solve it. Let's tell them that we are seeing revelation about things. So when we tell them that, they keep coming. They will keep coming. And it's not just Africans, not African, I mean Nigerians alone. I'm talking about even Americans. They do the same thing. It is in the mind. I spoke to a lady yesterday and I said to her, I said, can you leave the people you refer to as your enemy, leave them alone, focus on your life. By the way your life is better, that's the day you will know that these people are not even your enemy. They are only there just doing nothing. You will continue to be distracted and be focusing on enemy while other people are actually making money, building houses and making their own life better. You will continue to go to the churches where they kill enemy, where they're using anointing oil and anointing your head and all kinds of stuff. So that's the problem we have. You see, the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. People don't want the knowledge. They only want you as a pastor, lay hands on them and share revelation with them. That's where we are. It's not, you see, the pastors, they know what they're doing. I have a lot of pastor friends. I have a lot of pastor friends. Yeah, I have a lot of pastor friends who will tell me, Shola, you're wasting your time. These people will not listen to you. Better be killing their enemies for them. The pastors don't kill enemy. They go to the house and enjoy family life. Pastors don't kill enemy. They have sex all the time. Pastors know how to have sex with their wives. Yeah. Yeah, enemy. And the pastors, they go on vacation all the time. They will tell you they're going to the mountain. If they tell you they're going to vacation, you won't come to church again. So they tell you we're going to the mountain to pray for you. And they go on vacation. They enjoy their marriage. But you church members are the problem. You are the problem. You will never listen to the truth. You see, there is this guy, I'm really sorry to put you here. There's this guy who normally come from Nigeria because he's so big on social media, leading prayer. What God cannot do does not exist. When this guy come to this country, all of them will abandon their churches and go there. And then they donate 2,000, 1,000. That one we go and buy. He just bought a private jet. He's flying all around the world right now. But whereas the people that gave him $2,000 are still suffering. They are still in their homes and their husbands are still fighting with them and their kids are not doing well and the job is not going well and all kinds of stuff. So they believe that's where it is. That's not where it is. The man that just called right now is a pastor's son and a pastor. He says something about these whole things. All right? We don't understand. It's going to be until Nigerians will understand principles of life, and then you pray by yourself. Then you get to the point where you're going. They see me as attacking pastors, but I'm not attacking pastors. I am.
That's why. And the truth is difficult to.
I'm just telling the truth here. I'm just telling you guys the truth here.
Yeah.
But to embrace the truth, no, they will not embrace it.
It's hard for them to accept. And another thing is, it has to be mutual understanding from both parties, both man and woman. You have to accept that you come together as a union, you become one. In order for you to, you said one thing earlier about the man being the leader. For the woman, in order for you to respect the leadership of this man, you have to accept and agree with. Immediately come together to do. You have to sit. You have to dedicate 100%. You're coming together. You have a purpose for being together. Then that purpose, you should travel on that journey together to achieve the purpose of which you're together for. And our mindset needs to change, like you say all the time. We need to change our mindset. People are low. How long are we going to do this?
We don't know. We don't know.
Before we need to reorientate ourselves.
Thank you, madam. Let's make a different call. God bless you, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello? Hello? Can you turn your computer off? We are hearing the sound, man.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Yes.
For everything that you're doing in the community.
We give God the praise.
The thing is, we are just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
I feel strongly that we are all just scratching the surface. I'm not going to talk about the pastors, right? I'm going to talk about us, married couples, married men, married women. Mm-hmm. The thing is, we have a lot of broken men roaming around our streets in Christmas church. Mm-hmm. They know nothing about marriage. They know nothing about the commitment. Yeah. They understand nothing about consequences. They understand nothing about accountability. They know nothing. And why is it like that? Because they don't have no positive male mentors. Yeah. A girl child is born from cradle until death. They are being taught of how to be good mothers, how to be good wives, how to be submissive, how to be this. To every conference that is organized all over the world, women's conference, how to keep your home, how to make your husband happy, how to. Where are the male mentors? Where are the positive role models for our men? What do we as parents teach our male children when we are raising them, even at home? Yeah. The girls do all the house chores. The boys are there playing video game and watching TV, watching Netflix and all. You understand? So the thing is, even apart from that, the uncles, the brothers, all the male people around young boys as they are growing up, what do they watch them do? What do they watch them do? What is being exemplified to this boy? And if we expect this boy, this young man, when he's 26, 27, 28, or 30, he falls in love, so-called love with a girl, brings her home, introduces her to his parents, and then before you know it, they start sharing her sugar and say they want to get married. Whose
fault is this? Is it not your fault, women? Is this not be your fault?
That's what I'm saying. The thing is,
women are the one raising men. Oh.
Yes, I agree with you. Women are the ones raising. We as women, as mothers, we are the ones raising.
You're the ones raising men.
We are the ones raising broken men.
You take them to the prophet's house instead of taking them to where they will teach them how to be a man.
Exactly. And then even the husbands that we marry, the fathers of these men, what is the example they're playing? What they're showing as the head of the home?
Madam, let me tell you this story. Madam, let me tell you this story. Probably you understand. There is this single mother who, with 2 kids, got married to a man, and this man actually he offered to help her to train the children. He offered, I'm going to train your kids for you. Let them be my kids. And every time this guy would discipline those boys, the woman will come attack him. Do you hate them? Do you do this? And that's what happens most of the time, because he's not the biological father of that kid. You think that man ate that child, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. To teach a boy to be strong.
That's where that woman is coming from, because a lot of times our African men,
because
we have been raised in homes where violence is the best way we think we can use to correct it.
It's not violence. It's called discipline.
You don't whip a child with a belt. You don't kick a child. You don't push a child. You don't.
Yeah, that's part of where the problem is, man. That's part of where the problem is from. All right. Now, parenting is a. Is it parenting is a?
Yeah. They would have done better because they've been beaten and battered.
Now let me give you this, man. All right. Now, when you put an American kid raised in America side by side with a kid raised in Africa, now when you're talking to them, which one is going to be very intelligent and fast to respond?
The one in the American child.
No, ma. American child, they always look like mumu. They look like dumb. Let me tell you, madam. I'm telling you the truth here. I'm telling you the real truth right here. Now, you see the environment that the African child is growing is teaching him to be street smart. He's so smart on the street.
It depends on what you mean by being street smart.
Madam, I have come in contact with a lot of American kids When you ask them a question, they look at your face like they're so slow to respond to you and stuff like that. Ask a Nigerian boy born in Africa one time, he gives you the answer. Bam! Just like that. Now, secondly, you are being to church. You've been to church. When you see Nigerian kids that are raised in America, they go and sit in one corner quiet looking at everybody. Look at a kid that is a Nigerian kid that's raised in Nigeria. You see him all over the place, either clapping his hand or going to beat the drum or doing something. The American kid will withdraw. We'll go and sit somewhere in a corner and keep on looking at you from afar. It's either they be on their phone or they be whatever. You see, the way we train our children, we are not being violent towards them. That's why when they come to America, they're always on top of their class. They are actually so brilliant when they go to school. Why do you think they're brilliant when they go to school? It's the foundation we gave to them. It's not about we beating them. It's not we punching them. We're not punching them. We're not beating them. It's about the discipline. Is it discipline, madam? Madam, discipline is not bring your game. You're not playing game for 2 days. That's not discipline. Go to your room. It's not discipline. No, it's not discipline. You know, it's no. We are not putting violence. It's not violence. No violence at all. It's not.
An example of a woman that the man obviously got married, a single mother who got married, and obviously when she sees the new husband tries to discipline the children, she tends to think that, oh, you hate them and all of that. And I cannot say to her the reason why she kept on doing that.
You know what the guy did? You know what the guy did that the woman thought probably she hate the son? All right, this boy will go out and come back like around 2 o'clock in the morning, every time. And then that man now said, next time you come home 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm locking you outside. And that was what the guy did. He locked that son outside.
That's discipline. That's okay. That's kind of discipline.
He's not wicked. The guy is not wicked. The mother is not willing to do that. The mother is not willing to do that. The mother is willing to live by the nonsense. So this boy will grow up and do the same to his wife. So, but the man said, if you ever come back to this house 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to lock you outside. And the guy did it. So the boy was outside in the cold, knocking the door and banging. And the mother started crying. If I am the mother, I'll go to sleep. I'll go to sleep.
Dr. Shala, another thing, Dr. Shala, one thing you must also understand.
Yeah.
Another thing that, women are very emotional. It's also possible that because of the struggles that she has experienced with those two children, they must have been through a lot. You understand? And that she becomes emotionally connected to these children that any little thing she becomes overprotective. So now it is not left to that man, this new man, to take her down and begin to lecture her, to let her understand that, look, listen, I love you, I love these children, I love children, I love them. I want these boys to be accountable. I want to raise them as my own children, as the children, and to hate them. You understand? So he needs to be more understanding towards the approach, because that woman must have been through a lot with her boys over a long period of time.
Madam, my point is this. The fault is still actually being pushed to parenting. Husband and wife must settle their differences because of their children. All right. Even if you are no longer married together, you're separated. Women should allow their ex-husbands to be in the life of their children. You don't block.
If there's no abuse in the relationship,
Madam, when it comes to marriage is different. Marriage is different, man. If the man is abusive towards the wife, it's a different ball game when it comes to the children, man. It's a different ball game.
Let me clarify this a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have worked with families over the years as a lawyer in two different situations.
Yes, ma'am.
So I've dealt with families on first-hand experience and all of that.
Yeah.
The thing is, a mother, a wife, who is experiencing domestic violence, either physical, emotional, financial, psychological of the wife.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Dropped off on the children.
Yeah.
Children are in an environment where violence thrives. So the children also are affected. So when I hear men saying that, oh, she's refusing me access to my children. Yeah. The relationship has broken up. I don't want her anymore. She's being wicked. No. The thing is, she's a victim of domestic violence.
Yeah.
Children also, directly or indirectly, have been raised in an environment where violence obviously consistently took place. So now this is the approach. The approach for any man listening to me now, that maybe their wife is refusing them access to their children.
Yeah.
Get a lawyer, right? Get a lawyer, go to the court, apply to the court for access to your children. If the woman is lying, even if the woman is lying that you abused her and blah, 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 the court is going to carry out an assessment. They're going to ask questions. They're going to seek for evidences. If at the end of the day it is true that that man has abused the woman, which basically has rubbed up on the children, this is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. They're going to arrange for what they call a contact center.
Is it all of these stuff where, Madama, all of this stuff that we're saying, marriage is different from family. You see, family is from marriage, but marriage is independent. And you agree with me. Marriage is not, the children are not part of marriage. They are not part of marriage. They are only the blessing of marriage. Marriage is between two people, the husband and the wife. Okay? So the way we manage our marriage, sometimes you see some women, they intentionally put their kids into the marital problem. They intentionally drag their children into the marital problem. The man loved the kids genuinely. The man wasn't even planning to actually do nothing to the kids. All right? Go ahead.
Let's say, for example, the man has not been home for 2-3 days.
Yes.
And the mother is crying.
Yes.
The children are in that house. They will notice their mom crying.
Of course, and the best thing to do, not to damage the kid, is to tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Don't. You see, the truth is this. You see, when you listen to two people, there is always this truth and that truth. But the two of them, they know the real original truth. All right, they know. Some women are so wicked that they will be the one to cause the wahala that brings the man to be going outside. But when it comes to the children, they'll say, Baba Yo Loshini, Baba is a crazy person. They feed the kids with this negative information. Okay, now, let me tell you, man, we are Christians here. Let them be truthful to those kids. Then another thing is this, madam, another thing, madam, another thing. You see, those children that are born here in America or being brought to America, they are not stupid, though. They know the truth. They are not stupid, though. They know where mommy is lying. They know you as a mother. They know you are a liar. They know how you lie. They know how you are very corny. They know it. Even the girls will tell their dad, it seems you need to leave her alone. Let her go. Okay? They know how to do it. Okay? So the issue here is that I'm not talking about husband and wife right now. I'm talking about the kids. Now, we cannot allow the children. No, we cannot allow the elephant. We cannot allow the grass to suffer when it comes to parenting. Now, the moment we are in relationship, madam, I have a client. Madam, I have a client. They've been divorced now for 10 years. But that guy, we go to the house of the woman. The woman got remarried. She's now a married woman. But the man will go there, take clothes and shoes and everything, hang out with the kids in there with the husband of the wife, and then he will leave when he's ready. And the husband and the wife, they will go and visit this guy in his own house. He's still a single brother. He didn't get married. And they bring the kids there. They both are taking care of the kids based on agreement. The woman is not bitter. The man is not bitter. So we need to understand when divorce will come. All right? We can't fight to finish. We can't fight to death.
Circumstances are different. Do you also realize that there are homes, there are families who the husband is cheating, the wife is cheating. They don't see anything wrong in cheating.
Yeah.
There are still homes where the man is cheating. The woman cannot stand the fact that her husband is cheating.
Yeah.
The circumstances do differ.
What I see, you see what I see here. What I see majorly. All right. Thank you, man. God bless you. All right, man. All right, I think she has made a point already. What I see here is that we have to be very intentional when it comes to parenting. We are not supposed to allow what is happening between husband and wife to mess up the life of our children. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, sir. The lady was taking too much time.
I know.
Yeah. I think she's coming from, I understand where she's coming from, but she was just all over the place. But the first guy that talked, that was a pastor's son, I think everything he said was very, very
good.
Correct.
Yeah, very correct.
And I think there was another woman that said something about she was blaming men a lot. And I think with everything that's going on, I think we have to come to this conclusion that men are not happy.
Why are they not happy?
Yeah, that's a question. We have to find out what.
You are the one that just said it. Why are they not happy? You're supposed to give us the answer. You said men are not happy. Tell us why they're not happy.
The thing about it, I was watching something recently, and he says that when a man complains that his marriage is not working, ask him 3 questions. Does he watch porn? Does he masturbate? Does he go to strip clubs? Does he expose himself to women? Those are the basic questions that we have to ask. As men. And if we ask men and they say they don't do those things, we have to circle back to the woman. Okay. That's
so you think the woman is now the problem, right?
Yeah, if a man does not do those things, the woman will be the problem.
I disagree with you, but I will let you finish your point. Why?
I think for me, because I think that a lot of men have exposed themselves to pornography, comparing women to a lot. So men are not sexually content with what they have as wives. And there was a woman that kept talking about sex based, land based. Sex is important in marriage, but marriage has a bigger picture than sex. If you're married to someone that is not feeding you in the capacity of what you want, it's your position to teach her and learn things and all that. But you can't just say because one person is not performing the way you want to move and start cheating and all that, because you will never really be content with any other woman out there. Men will tell you there's always going to be a better option than you.
100%.
So the question is, how do you work with what you have? Now, for the women, if a man does not do these things, I think there's a lot of women that have lacked the ability to submit. This submission conversation.
Where does the ability to submit? Where does it come from?
It comes from understanding marriage. A lot of women
really, it comes from understanding marriage.
Understanding why you're a wife to marry a man.
Do you know the ability to submit comes from love?
Yes, now.
Okay, so will you? Let me put you on the spot. Will you submit to a man that is cheating on you?
No, but
no, don't explain yet. I just asked a question of yes or no. Will you submit to a man that is cheating on you, beating you, slapping you? Will you submit? Will you still have the ability to submit?
No, it will be difficult.
Okay. So when you're making the point, I wanted to make the point on that. I've been counseling now for over 20 years now. I understand what I'm telling you right now. We speak English, but when it comes to practical, it's different, though, madam. You see?
So how do you submit? How would a man expect a woman to submit?
Very good. Thank you for that question, ma'am. Thank you for that question. Number one, you see, as a leader, you are not a boss. You are not designed to be a boss. You don't boss people around. You are a team with a team leader. And that leader is a servant leader. A servant leader will command respect and submission will come to him. What does he do? He will do everything that attracts submission. Number one, you must love your wife as Christ loved the church. That he gave his life unto that church. So your life must be given to your marriage. You must be 100% in that marriage. You submit yourself, submit your money, submit sex, submit security, submit everything that needs to be submitted. Then you will find out that the woman will reciprocate that same thing. You see, it's not automatic to submit. You don't submit to a man, you submit to a husband. And it's not every man that is qualified to be called a husband. Because a husband must have gone through the school of the Holy Spirit to know how Christ loved the church. Before a woman will submit to him. My wife is submitting to me right now because this is me right here. I stay home, I cook with her, I clean with her, I love her, I care about her. Whenever I want to go out, I feel like I don't want to go out because she's not going out. I stay home with her. I don't go outside and come back 2 o'clock in the morning. I protect my home. So whatever it is that I do, I am doing it to attract her submission. Are you getting the point, right? So as a oh yeah, so that's what brings submission. Submission is not automatic. It's not compulsory, or it's not something that you have to do. Well, even if the man is not good, you have to submit. No. The man has the head. Yes, ma'am. You're saying something, ma'am?
No, I said the question that I have is that everything that you said is the biblical standard of a man.
Yes.
And how the Bible says that
yes.
husband love your wife as Christ loves the church,
yes.
and women submit to your husband is the biblical standard.
Yes.
But let's be honest now in society. Can we really hold men to this high biblical standard with everything that we're seeing? It's no.
You see, everything in the Bible is actually is applicable to the natural world too. You see,
yeah, but a lot of men are not living up to
do you know there's a law in physics that says every object remains in the state of rest until there is an external force applied to it to move it. Do you know that's not Bible? That's science right there. So everybody is sitting out there. You want me to love you, there's going to be a force that you have to put in place to it. There's a sacrifice you have to put in place for me to move. You want your wife to submit to you? There are certain things that you must do to make that woman submit to you. You put your money on the table, she will put her money on the table. You put transparency on the table, she will put transparency on the table. You are loyal to her, she'll be loyal to you.
There are some men that would do all these things. I can give you countless examples.
And then the next problem with them is they married the wrong person. Are you getting the point? You see, I always say this. Before you start proposing to a woman, don't propose to a woman because she got big breast. Don't propose because she got big bum bum. You propose to a woman because you have already done your investigation that this one will compliment me, respect me, submit to me. Okay? So when you marry wrong, there is no way you can make it right. You have to manage it.
Okay, Pastor, I want to give you an example, and this is my personal story.
All right.
So I'm a single mom. I have 3 children, right? So I met this guy. I'm in cybersecurity, so I work for a big 4 company.
Yeah.
So I met this guy. He works with Google, so he has 3 IT jobs. So let's just cap it that he makes $500K.
Yeah.
So he has 3 boys. He's a single dad. I have 3 kids. And he just came and was like, oh, like he likes me and everything is fine.
Yeah.
And he now came down to like, oh, I'm too Christian, right? I'm too born again. I'm too religious. And he's a Christian. He grew up in the church.
Yeah.
But he feels like I'm a reminder of his mom or his ex-wife, like we're too like Christian.
Yeah.
So he now came down and said, he's like, oh, you're good, oh, like everything is clicking. We both have the same background.
Yeah.
Do you know what his excuse was?
What?
I don't make enough money. That even if I make $150,000, that he wants a power couple. He makes about $500K with 3 IT jobs. So he said he wants a power couple. That he wants to be able to say, like, invest and all that kind of. So I was basically being disqualified. We have the same lifestyle, everything, just because I was not making that money close to his income because he just got $1 million house. So he wants someone that will come in. I don't know. So why I brought up this topic is that there's a lot of men out there that are also disqualifying women for, oh, she has a big butt, or like you would have everything, but they'll still find something. So the question is like, what do men want?
What they want? They want a woman that could compliment them. That's what they want. They want a woman that could challenge them. They don't want a liability for themselves. They don't want it. Now, somebody, that was this. Now, there is this. Now, listen, there is this particular comedy I watched about 4 or 5 days ago of one young man. He said, the way your wife, you see, when you see the wife of a man, the look of the wife is based on the pocket of the man. The more money a man makes, the more he wants to change the kind of wife he's with or the kind of woman he's dating. The more money he makes, the more he wants to go and date Albany Darego. The more he wants to go for the models. So when a man is dating a simple woman, it's because his pocket is simple. And I want to let you know that is the fact. And the only difference is that when you have a life in Christ, that's why we always bring the Bible thing into it. The Bible is a tamer of a man's life. It tames a man. The Bible will tame you. The Bible will actually activate your self-control. The Bible will create a kind of a lifestyle that is decent for you. So when you come into Christianity, then everything that you've been thinking about, the Bible will break it down to you and put probably like a kind of a check into everything. So you will understand, as a man, I am representing Christ in the land of the living. What will Jesus do? All right? And that's exactly what you're going to actually live. The pattern of your life is going to be based on that of Christ, which is actually going to control you, and you will enter into problems in your life. But when you now are looking at an ordinary man, a carnal man, A carnal man can never comply with the things of God. They can drop you today and marry another one tomorrow, and they will have something to justify that. So that's why, as a Christian, you don't go for people who do not know God. You don't. They are carnal people. They do carnal things. They can marry you today, drop you tomorrow. How much the amount of money you are making doesn't come into, is not part of the requirement of marrying somebody. All right, it doesn't. You might be making 100. You might be making 100,000 right now. Tomorrow, it's possible for you to make 600,000 tomorrow. You can make 50,000 today, and tomorrow you'll be making 500,000. Somebody must not look down on you today because they don't know your tomorrow. So what will make me to marry you is that I know you love God, you have a good character, you are working, you have a job that's providing for you, and you are the kind of person I want to be with. All right? I'll marry you even if you're making $20,000. In as much that I know that you are the kind of person that I want and the kind of person that will give me peace. Because tomorrow, we don't know it. Tomorrow, everything can spin around. The person making 500,000 today may end up making 50,000 tomorrow. I have a friend. My friend used to make almost $1 million every year. Today, this guy is actually struggling with $24,000. He lost his license, lost everything. So today, what kind of story is he going to be talking about? So it is people who don't know God that will glorify themselves for today because you don't know tomorrow. Okay? So
what's your advice for me?
My advice for you is to move on. Move on in your life. You don't need that kind of a roller coaster relationship, somebody that will keep you on your toes all day long. We have enough problem in this world already. You don't want to put more into your life. You want someone that is humble. Someone that is humble. Even if it's making 500,000, nobody's going to know. All right?
Last question. Why is it that finances is the cause of a lot of divorces now?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
No, my last question is, why is it that finances is the cause of a lot of divorces? Some men can't deal with women who make more than them. Some women who make more than the men look down on the men. And you have my scenario. So why is it that finances, and how do people resolve this financial thing that is causing problems?
Is it the society today is based on social media? Social media is in control of life. Obi Kubana will display how he's spraying money. Cubana priests will display all his exotic cars and stuff. The celebrities will show us big houses and all kinds of stuff. It's messing with our minds. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants money and stuff like that. And that's why you see people that are faking it before they make it. All right. So you find out that the money is now in control of this entire world. Women want money. Women want money too. That's why they want rich people. All right. When you started talking about the guy making 500,000, you mentioned the 500,000 like 3 times. And I was like, I don't even care how much he's making. Leave the money aside. Everybody is all about money, about good life, about vacation, about everything. Money has taken control of our lives right now. And that's what the first caller, the pastor's son, said. We have dumped morals. Right now, it's all about what is actually convenient, whatever it is that we want right now. Okay, so the issue with that stuff is that people who wants to live a good life must understand that money is not everything. I've shared it before here. You see, formerly I always think that money is what they call prosperity. Every time in Nigeria we go to church, the Bible pastor will say, God will prosper you. Hallelujah. So we always think it's about making money. It's about making money. It's about making money until I was in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, I was making $15,000 a month as of 2003. 2003, I was making $15,000 a month working for Schlumberger. All right, so I bought a big house. I bought 4 cars in my driveway. And when God came, God was talking about, you go and do all this stuff. You won't prosper until you come back to pastoring. I told God, I said, nonsense. I said, do you know how much I have in my bank account? I don't need you to prosper. I'm a prosperous person already. And that was when God showed me that money is only 2% of prosperity. Money is only 2% of prosperity. That's why they say the rich also cry. When you have money and you are crying, Anthony Bourdain, with all the money in the world that this guy had, he ended up committing suicide because he had no peace. All right? Dangote don't sleep at night. That's why Burna Boy sang a song. Dangote, 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 still they find money. With all the money he is having right now, he's still struggling to have money. Money can never be enough for somebody that is greedy. You continue to run after it until you die. Okay? So the best thing is that you now go to God and say, God, if money is 2%, What is the 98%? God now told me the peace that I give is different from that the world will give. So when you have the peace of God, money is gonna mean nothing to you. God will provide enough money for you to live your life, but at the same time, you have the peace of God. You will see men that are driving Toyota Camry and they're driving it and singing. And you see somebody driving a Range Rover and his eyes is looks like so red and he's crying and all kinds of stuff like that. So what's the essence of the money when the money cannot give you happiness? The money can't give you joy. The only place you can find joy is in God. Okay? So the issue that with this whole stuff is that we need to go back to the foundation. Go back to God and leave all of these social media things that they're making you to see all this stuff. Some of those people are not even rich. You see one thing, my sister, majority of these IT guys, they say, oh, I make 200,000. It's a lie. Some of them are only making $60,000 a month, a year. Sorry. Some of them are making $70,000 a year, but they come here, they tell us big salary. I'm making 200,000. I'm making 400,000. Some of these things are lies. You okay? So you don't believe that kind of stuff. So you live your life and just find the peace of God. That peace.
I have one more question. How does a single mother survive this dating, especially?
You know you're supposed to pay for this counseling session, right?
No, last question.
All right.
I just
okay.
help other people on the post, like single parents. We go through a lot dating.
Yes.
Both men and women, because we're being judged by the stigma of our past.
Okay.
Not really even knowing whether we're at fault or not.
Yeah.
But how does a single mom who is a Christian girl, decent, leads a good life, has a good job, just taking care of her kids, and kids are well disciplined, how do you advise that person who is 38, I'm 38, trying to remarry? Is this something, because a lot of people say, don't worry about remarrying, just focus on raising your kids and maybe in the future, but it's more harder to try to remarry when you're in your 40s. So how does one accept the fact that, okay, maybe this dating world is not for me, maybe guys are going to judge me? How do you advise that?
The life we live now is different. People are more exposed right now. They're more knowledgeable right now. Having children is naturally not a barrier when it comes to somebody picking you to marry you and stuff. But the very first thing that we have to do and you have to do is you need to first of all discover yourself. You have to find out who are you. Who are you? All right. The moment you have a vacuum and you want someone to fill it, it means that there's a problem in your life already. You have to deal with that problem before you find somebody so that you will not be asking for love. You will not be demanding for attention. You will not say, love me, love me, love me. The very first thing you got to do is to discover yourself and then fall in love with you. The moment you fall in love with yourself, even you yourself will not be looking for a guy. You will find out that the guys will be the one looking for you. You have to work on yourself first. Have this inner joy. Accept your status as a single mother right now. Accept that status. That's not who you are, though. Your name is still Funkel. Okay, the single mother title is actually because of what you've been through, and thank God for that. You are actually out of it right now, and you're living your life. So you discover yourself. Fall in love with yourself. You know, be able to date yourself. Or go out with yourself, do whatever it is that you. The moment you are happy with yourself, you are not looking to actually, you are not looking to rely on somebody. You don't want somebody to pay your bill. You don't want somebody to love you. You are not demanding for attention. Then you are healed. At that point in time, you are now ready for relationship, because if you go into a relationship with a broken heart, you are only looking for something to block your broken heart. Okay, there's a vacuum that you must feel, and you want to feel it by fire, by force. You will make mistakes. All right, being a single mother at 38, I'm telling you, is not a barrier at all. They find love, they still get married. There are so many people that are on their second marriages right now, and they're happy right now. But the issue is that you must take care of yourself, and then when you're going into relationship, you must get to know that person well. This time around, you are not in a hurry. You don't want to have children anymore. It's not about children for you right now. It's not about somebody paying your bill right now. It's about the right partner. Somebody that will be a companion that will complement you, that you guys can eat together, dine together, go out together, have fun together. You have to now take your time to choose somebody like that. It will take you time. This is not the time that you have to be, I think I need sex. You don't need sex right now. Sex your own self. Okay, sex your own self right now. You don't need anybody sending you greeting cards and be saying, oh, my boo, my boo, my boo. Send the greeting card to yourself and call yourself the boo. Okay? And enjoy that company of yourself. And then when men see you, they will know that this is a woman that men need, not a woman who needs a man. All right, it's two different things entirely. Okay, so thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you turn your computer off? We're hearing the sound.
Hello.
Can you turn your computer off? We're hearing the sound.
Okay. Is this Dr. Shola?
This is Dr. Shola.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, let me turn my computer off so I can hear you very well. Thank you, sir. Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I thank God I'm on this platform today.
Yeah.
Do you believe I'm even jotting everything you're saying?
Yeah.
And one of the things I learned in all this you've been saying is that you're talking about contentment.
Yeah.
You're talking about healing. And you're talking about life of God.
Yeah.
Which is very, very important. So I'm not going to waste your time, sir. Let me quickly chip in my experience. So in Nigeria, when I met my husband, his mom and dad, they were separated. They're not really divorced. And my mother manipulated me. So my mom told me that because my dad is a pastor, he had to wow about my husband and his father and the mom are this staying together. So my mom said, your dad is going to have to that you should lie that they're staying together. So I lied that they live together and everything. So we got married. So the first thing I noticed is that I think this broken relationship, sometimes I think it is hereditary. Because his own father too has many women. At the end of the day, he's alone. The mother passed out. So when we got married, so the first problem is, as you said, I complained too much. I nagged. So I seek counsel and they said, okay, whatever he's doing, just leave him. Let him do it because we stay in two states. They transferred him to Akure and we live in Lagos. So before you know it, he doesn't sleep with me. And when he comes home after a month, I try to beg him and he complains that.
Are you saying he doesn't sleep on the bed?
He doesn't make love to me.
Doesn't make love to, it doesn't. Okay, we don't say make love here on this show. We say banging.
Like I say what?
Banging. That's banging. We don't say he doesn't make love to me. We don't understand that one. We understand banging.
Okay. He doesn't bang, and his excuse was that he's tired, he's worked so much, he's trying to prepare for our future. By the time he's 50, we want to be living in Highland and all that. So I kept quiet. But I know something is going on. So one day, his mom was doing her 58th birthday, and we went there late just because it was Saturday. Saturday in Nigeria, you do environmental and all that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, when I got there late, his younger sister gave me their mom's phone. That this is the pictures they've taken so far before you came. Do you know that I was scrolling back and Holy Spirit was telling me to scroll? At the end of the day, I found out that my husband had a kid outside.
Wow.
I saw the picture that they were doing, my naming ceremony. And it's not in my husband's phone because he doesn't hide his phone for me. Okay. So when I saw it, I had a cold shoe. So at the end of the day, I laughed at him and the whole party scattered, everybody ran away. So at the end of the day, our house fell. Because I went to my parents, my dad said I should come to his house. They're trying to counsel me as a pastor. My daddy was like, I know this is gonna happen to him. It's because the way this is what his father did. And I apologized to my dad. I told my mom that said they were staying together, not knowing that they were separated. But they are still maintaining husband and wife because of their status. So at the end of the day, my house help now said, Mommy, let me tell you the truth. So that's the second child. Then I fainted and resurrected again. They said that the firstborn is around 4 years, and this is the second one. And I said, why didn't you tell me? She said, my own mother-in-law, they call her grandma. That she heard them talking about it, and mother-in-law called her that B, any day you say this to your mother, you shall not be well with you, blah, 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 and she irate. Then I asked her that, why are you telling me now? She said, because everything is scattered. So at the end of the day, the infidelity part, the financial trouble, I think all boils out on poverty. All these girls, they want to date marry them. Some of them are suffering, they are in poverty, even with ordinary Montina, not even having Kubanas money, even with ordinary Montina and 20,000. they are ready to marry men.
Should we allow men to marry multiple wives?
No. So this is what I did. So, and I was a working lady in Nigeria. I work, weekend I also, I do decoration. So as they tried to settle it, and he told me that when the second one reached 5 years, that he's going to collect the children and he's going to let the girl leave. But somehow I checked his phone and I see that this guy is still talking thing with the lady. Because I couldn't cook, I told him it's because I couldn't cook. Luckily for me, I went to American embassy and they gave me a visa.
So you left him in Nigeria with your kids?
Yeah, I left him with a baby, and because it was messy, his mom and dad, his mom was saying his father still has many children outside and she did not die. So why do I want to kill myself? They are supporting him. So I left the marriage.
That was what I was about to ask you now. Why do you want to kill yourself? He's only children now.
Yeah, just wait. The shocking thing is that I came to America September 16th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I went to church the second day. I met this man looking at me. In the second week after church, he came to meet me. Oh, you are new with a little girl. What's going on? I said I divorced my husband. This guy told me that he's been looking for a wife to marry, but he doesn't want to go to Nigeria and start filing and this and that. If you agree to marry me, I'm on divorce with my wife. We should be divorced in 2 months' time because they're on it and they have their own issues. Do you know this guy divorced? Do you know within a year we got married? Do you know one of the excuses my head gave me was that I did not have child on time because it was after 7 years.
So let's say you just got married to that man, just like that.
Yeah. It is better for me in America with B1, B2.
Wow.
Now I want to tell you that. Do you know that after we got married, like 3 months later, do you know I got pregnant immediately?
Wow. You guys were doing banging 3 months after marriage.
No. I got married. We got married. You have to do his divorce and all that. So
no banging during that time. No banging.
What are you saying? This is America. It's separated for more than 3 years. Do you know that immediately a year I have a baby boy for this man?
Yeah, I understand.
Now we are married. We are doing fine. Now let's talk about my head. Then my husband was like, "You have a child for your head." Be talking to him. Let him know you're married. So I called him one day. I said I'm married and this and that, and he was begging me that it was youthful exuberance and it was not matured enough. That was why he allowed peer pressure. He allowed babies and wanting kids, pushed him out. That at the end of the day, found out that these children, when they are in college, before you know they are on their own, it is you and this woman that we are still going to be together. So my husband said, be talking to him because of the child together. Then I told my husband, I said, wait, I have to pray before I start talking to him. He said, because my own husband too in America, he's ex to somebody, and the other ex woman allowed my husband to visit the kid at any time. So he now said, don't be selfish. Be talking to him. And I said that whenever there was a time I was talking to him, he said he wants to talk to his child through video. Then I said that your baby is not here, she's gone to school. You know, this man just went naked for me. He now said that this is my tasting, this is my banging, this thing is missing you. Immediately I recorded it and
he showed you his banging thing.
Yeah, I said that this thing missed you, and I was like,
this banging thing missed you.
So this thing you are using it to torture me when I was in Nigeria, and you don't bang.
Oh, they use that thing, they torture you. The man, a bad man, oh Lord.
Now that I have somebody that we are together in court.
And this one is very generous.
Yeah, oh my Jesus.
Oh my Jesus.
And I asked him that this one that I'm married, people older than you that 4 years. Why is it that he bangs me every day and you don't do it?
He bangs you every day.
Yeah, why would he do it? This is America now. This is America. So now, to cut the long story short, when he now showed me his third leg, I now showed my husband when he came back. I said, I screenshot it so that you see.
So you can see. You show your new husband, your ex-husband's Bengali.
Yeah, I know I screenshot it when he was showing me, so that I'll be sure. Then I told him, I said, Mr. A, Mr. B is still not ready for conversation. I want him to be talking to his child, but anytime we do video call, he says explicit things to me, and I don't like it. And he said, okay. He said, okay, we need to have an evidence. So we call one of my ex friends here in Mississippi, and my husband told him everything. You know what that one said? He said, block him for now.
Block him for now. You know what happened to you, madam? All the years that the man suffer you, now you are regaining those times. Every day banking is a sweet thing. Oh, you are lucky. Oh, you're very.
And I saw this lady on your platform this morning. She's saying my husband got married to another girl. They have 2 kids. And I commented on her post, on that your wall this morning. I said, this is my story. You're going to see it there. And I told her that, get yourself together. Cry if you need to cry.
Yeah.
And when this thing was happening in Nigeria, I went back to my family. I cry every day. At a point, my dad took me to a doctor. They were giving me now sleeping pills because I was having a mental issue until I got.
Yes, you can call on WhatsApp. Yeah.
And sir, you were talking about healing. Healing.
Yeah.
You have to be healed. You have to be contented before you, and you have to have the life of God before you go to another relationship.
Of course.
When I started dating this one, I see that I still making my head. And one day, and I told him that you just have to give me time to heal, to pray, and I want to tell you that I have the best of my life now.
Good. That's
you know that lady that has 2 kids for him, do you know they are now married together now?
Wow.
And I want to shock you that my ex is still cheating.
He's still cheating.
Now, they are transferred into.
All right, you know your fee, madam. You have taken all my time. Your fee is 250. Oh. This kind of story that you just shared now is 250. Oh.
Okay. So he transferred into Anambra.
You are still telling the story after I charge you. I have some more people calling on the show. Let's give them a chance. Let's give these people a chance. They are calling. A lot of people are calling. I know. I know.
If you don't have a job, God is going to provide it. If you don't have me to do the next thing, and move to good people around you. No people that will castigate you. No people that will blame you.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
And I know everything will be okay. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, my dear. Congratulations on your new relationship, new family. The Lord will bless you. Keep on enjoying your story. God bless you. Bye-bye. All right. Okay, the telephone is open for those who would love to call in. That's actually a message of hope to somebody out there. You know, there is hope. The first lady, the other lady that called, always believe it. There is hope, and that hope is coming. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma. Can you speak up?
Oh, yes, I can, sir. Good. I mean, I don't know what time it is over there. I mean, evening in the UK.
Afternoon, evening, morning. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't have the intention of calling, but I've listened to about 2 callers, and that has actually encouraged me to pick up the phone to call.
Yeah.
Wow, what a story from the last caller. I mean, my purpose of calling is just to encourage single moms, because the caller before the last one was putting some questions to you, and I want to say this, that healing is very, very attractive. When you go and work on yourself after a breakup in a marriage or whatever it is, it's very, very attractive, and it attracts the right kind of men, or actually women, whatever it is that you want. At times when a marriage breaks up, we're always thinking about the other party, that, oh, this is what this person has done to me and all that. We dwell so much in the trauma.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage that, we should try and move on and see things this way. It's not meant to be. If that marriage was meant to be, it probably wouldn't have broken up. The man probably would have fought for you, or, something would have happened to keep that marriage going. But once it has broken up and you've had your moment of tears and all that, please pick yourself back up. And the first thing you should do is to go and work on yourself, because most times we tend to feel that we also do not have fault. At times we are enablers actually of some characters from our past relationships. There are some characters we've encouraged and we've shown others that it's okay for them to treat us that way.
Yeah.
And if we take those characters into other relationships, we would end up the same way from previous relationships.
Yeah.
Because, human beings, we are very, very similar. I'm not going to say we're all the same, but we're very, very similar.
Yeah.
However, if our priority is to go and work on ourselves, work on our own self-confidence, work on our finances, and even on our children, because the times when you're lonely, when you're down, when you see your product, which are your children, the energy comes back. It kicks in, because you see them and you're like, wow, man, I might not have a husband. However, I'm not doing bad. My children are doing well. I know it's hard, because there are moments when it will be lonely. There are moments where you probably do not have enough money or whatever. Please do not easily get pulled away by other men, because there are other men out there as well. I call them the vampires. They see single moms and they're looking for those that they will cook for them. The second option. When their own marriage is not working, you are the second option they come to. They're coming to your house to eat. They're coming to your house to sleep with you. When they have a problem with their wife, they are discussing it with you. Please do not waste your time on men like that. The right man is actually out there for you. And I'm so happy that that's the last caller, that was our story.
Yes.
It might not be a year, it might not be 2 years, it could take 10 years. But as long as, it's going to be the right person for you, please wait. Separation, divorce means you have a second chance. And this is the time for you to now, those things you said you do not want, work on it on your own self. And then you will see that the right partner will come.
Yeah.
You will be treated well, even if it's your old partner that wants to come back to your life. That person will now need to step up to meet up to your standards. And then you both can now be a lot happier. So this is to all my single mothers out there. Please do not lose hope. You are not you are not useless. Because your home is broken does not mean your life is broken.
No.
This is just a paragraph, a chapter in the whole book. In the whole book, beautiful book that's going to end well in your life. Please, I hope you can continue to encourage yourself, continue to build yourself, and look after your children. Look after your children. Look after them. Those are your products that you will look back at and you'll be like, wow, I am very, very pleased with myself. Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you. Thank you for sharing with us. God bless you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, guys. It has been a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful day. In conclusion, I really don't believe men should marry multiple wives. I really don't believe that. I believe one wife, one problem. If you wanted to live a very long life, reduce the kind of problems you're actually bringing to yourself. All right. You want to live very long life, always go for the path of peace. When you marry one wife, one problem. You can't even satisfy one woman. You're jumping on another one. And for you guys who are thinking we have more women than men, that's a lie. And I'll be saying it on this show. We have equal number of women and men. When you go and Google it, you'll see that we have equal number of men and women. And for women who believe that, okay, time is going for me, I really don't believe you should. This is a time for you. God is giving you this moment to take care of yourself, to build yourself, educate yourself, love yourself, care for yourself. Take this moment to fix whatever it is that is in you, in your life, that needs to be fixed. All right. As you wait for the time of God, that God will bring the right person to your life. And at the same time, be very careful. There are so many kind of men and women in the society today. They are money hungry. They are only looking for people to use. So if you enter into their claws, they will devour you. And these women, they know. They are beautiful women. They go and do boob job, bomb job, or whatever it is they do. And then they go all around showcasing all of these body parts to you. And they know that some of our men are very weak. The moment you see breast and all kinds of stuff, you jump on it and put your money on it. Why is it that sex is not free? It's not free. You would think it's free. You've already paid for it. Or you are still going to pay for it later down the road. So you don't want to do something that would damage your life or destroy your marriage or whatsoever. I'm telling you, these days, you know, the whole society is a little dangerous right now. STDs all around the place. You want to take care of yourself to live very long life. You don't want to end up taking medication the rest of your life or going to the hospital to see a doctor all the time. That's not a good life. All right, you're going to get tired of it. Depression will come in, sadness will come in. You'll feel so sad, disappointed in yourself after you have done this stuff. Don't jump into it. Don't fall into the pit of life. All right, walk away from it right now and concentrate on the wife that you have, on the husband that you have. Okay, concentrate on them, and you will see the benefit later down the road, because the benefit is coming. You'll see the benefit down the road when you stick to your wife. Remember, I always say this. The Bible says, "Let the breast of your wife, let it satisfy you." All right, focus on that breast alone. When you start sucking breast all around the place, you start stammering. I'm not lying. You're going to start stammering. Your prosperity will be stammering. Your progress will be stammering. And when they ask you, Dimeji, why did you cheat? You'll be like, bleh, 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 bleh. You won't have anything to explain because you'll be stammering. You cannot be sucking breast all around the place and not stammer. All right? Stick to one breast and suck that one alone. All right? And there is a covenant of the breast. And I will tell you guys later down the road, there is a covenant of the breast. The breast that is feeding you, you stick to it. All right? And everything. Instead of you just sucking breast all around the place everywhere and stuff, just stick to one. Marry that one and stay with her. And she will give you peace. All you need is just to take care of that woman, respect that woman, cherish that woman, provide for her. And the two of you will provide for each other. You will see the beauty of marriage right after. Avoid stammering. Suck one breast today. You see what I'm saying? So that's the stuff. Okay? That's the stuff. That's how you can keep your life together. And you ladies out there that are jumping everywhere. You're jumping all over the place. Be careful. Be careful of where you're jumping. Stay home with your husband. Love your husband. Respect your husband if he's a good man. All right? Cherish your husband. Provide for him. Okay? Be romantic with your husband. Ask for sex. Please. Ask for sex. And the next thing I want you to do, submit your breast to be squeezed. Submit your breast to be squeezed. That's it. When you submit your breast to be squeezed, as the man is squeezing it, it's therapy for his life. Coronavirus has destroyed a lot of us. Corona have eaten our brains. So you need to squeeze the breast for your brain to work. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, don't tell anybody that I say it's Corona. It's not Corona. But it's not very nice when you submit it. Submit your breast to be squeezed. Early in the morning. In the morning when you are waking up, just turn around and let the guy giddy the stuff and squeeze it. When you are cooking breakfast, he will come near you, squeeze it. All right? It's therapy. It will help your brain. It will help the brain of a man to be very, very, it will function very well. All right? And even you yourself, it's going to help you to prevent breast cancer when it's being squeezed. All right? Submit it to be squeezed. And the two of you will glorify God in Jesus' name. And encourage each other to have sex more. Have sex more. Do it 2 times a week, 3 times a week. It's good if you have the time. Breast squeeze reset the brain. Thank you, Nathaniel. That's what it is. To reset if you are carrying your breast and you are running away with your breast, you're not helping your husband. Men, we don't just want sex. We need sex. To be normal in life, men, they need sex. That's why you see some men, they dance soapy all the time. They'll be doing soapy everywhere. The moment you have sex, your brain, the coordination will be fantastic. You talk well, you smile. Okay, you smile, you do everything. It will help us to be a man. We need it. It's not like we want it. We just don't want it alone. We need it. It's very important for us. Even you women too, you need it. And then we need respect. Women need respect too. We need love. Women need love too. Submit to us and we submit to you too. Both ways. Both ways. Early morning sex and breast do a lot of man life and sustain him in the office. I'm telling you, Kule, you are you got it. You're very, very brilliant. Very, very brilliant. You don't want your husband to be looking at all these small shingom girls all around. Bang him in the morning. When you bang the guy in the morning, Arema tutu. Just going. Oju Ema Warori Titi, he will not be looking kami. He won't be looking here and here. You will get to the office, all those singom girls are walking around with heels. You won't even look at them. Bang him. Help him to focus. Don't let him lose his job. When you bang him, he will get promoted. You will see. Bang your husband, you will see he will get promoted at work. He will concentrate. His English will change. His English will change. I need it. Yes, early morning breakfast. Look, this Mr. Femi. This Mr. Femi is a bad guy. All right, it's very important. Instead of you going to spend your money going for therapy, you spending 1,200 for therapy, just squeeze the breast. That's it. Squeeze the breast, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know, there are some people, they have this little ball that they squeeze like this. When they're in the office and they're actually getting distracted, they put that little ball there and they squeeze it. Or they squeeze the ball. Or probably there's this thing they squeeze. I don't know the name of that thing. It's therapy. So the breast is the breast is natural. God gave the breast for therapy. For therapy. Let the breast of the wife satisfy him. Allow him to do it. Stress ball. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. So let your breast be the stress ball. Let's squeeze it. Release stress. Stress will go. The answer is not banging anymore. He says. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on my show today. It's a beautiful day. Need to go to work right now. I think I'm late with 1 minute, so I should be going. I will see you guys later. Peace out. God bless everybody. Thank you. See you